Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Listicuffs, brought to you by Justice Dental. I'm your host, Hank Bramblett, and we have got a great one for you tonight. Before we get into it, though, I want to give you a little advice. This time of year gets crazy. You've got back to school. It's football season. It is tailgate season. Before we get into the madness, treat yourself by going to Justice Dental. Make an appointment. It could not be easier. All you have to do is go to their website, justicedental.com, or reach out by phone, 859-543-0700, to set something up. They've got 2 locations, Blazer and Wellington. And more than that, they are easy to work with. They're great people, and they're great dentists, probably most importantly. You will thank me. You will look good. You will feel good. You will be confident. And more than anything, you will thank Justice Dental for the great work that they do. So reach out today and set yourself up for an amazing fall. Now, let's bring in some contestants. We actually have a rematch tonight from season 2. We have 2 of the busiest people in the Commonwealth that have made time for us tonight to be here. You know them from 11 Personnel Podcast, from the football podcast, a million other things on Kentucky Sports Radio. This time of year, they are 2 of the brightest lights in the entire KSR galaxy of stars. They are, of course, Adam Luckett and Nick Roush. Welcome in, guys.
Thanks for having us.
What an intro. What an intro. There's Sajak, Trebek, Barker, and Bramblett. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. It's a pleasure to be here.
I appreciate the compliment. I believe last time you played, Adam won. Is that right?
Well,
typical fashion.
Here's the thing, though, Hank. It's a battle of culture versus climate, and we all know who Shane Beamer is in this duo. All right.
No.
Throw them sunglasses on him, Luckett. You're going down this time. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Nick, I think you've got to be feeling a little pressure right now because you also played in season 1 and lost there. Lose again tonight, you will tie Drew Franklin for most losses in Listicuffs history.
Don't call it a comeback, Hank. Don't call it a comeback. Been here for years, striking suckers with fear, and we're doing that again tonight when Luckett goes down.
As the saying goes, the credit belongs to the man in the arena. So just being here and battling says, I think, really all we need to know.
I'm ready to go to war.
Not everyone can go 0-3. Be lucky. Feel lucky, Nick Roush.
Every list of cups is somebody's first, so we'll go through the rules here real quickly. For each category, there will be a question that has multiple answers. Roush and Luckett will take turns answering. For each answer they get correct, they will get a point. For each answer they get wrong, it will be a strike. 3 strikes, and they are out for that question. Whoever has the most points wins the question, win 2 questions, and you win the game. You guys ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right. To start, to see who controls the board, we will do a toss-up question. Roush, we're going to give it to you.
Ooh,
I believe
okay.
you're familiar with a little ditty called Grove Street Party.
Got a whole lot of money. People count it for me.
So the question is, how many times does the word party appear in the lyrics of Grove Street Party? So Nick will give an answer. If he is correct, he will control the board. Incorrect, Luckett, you will get the chance to guess if the actual number is higher or lower.
Well, doing a little out loud math here, it's 12 times per verse, I want to say, and I think they do it 4 times, so 12 times 4, I'm going to say 48. Final answer.
48 is incorrect. Luckett, do you think the actual number is higher or lower than 48?
I think it's higher because in the middle of the song they go party, 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 let's all go crazy. So give me higher.
Higher is correct. You were so close.
Wow.
It's actually 52.
And I missed on the party. We all go crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what? The problem is you're going crazy at that point, and so the party just washes by you.
I usually only need 12, and I'm in the zone, all right? I'm in the zone. But you know what, Luckett? I'll let you get a little false consonant, false sense of security.
Well,
you think the pocket's clean,
that.
but I'm coming around the edge.
All right, Luckett, you get to choose our first category from the following choices: gold watches, book it, another one, going home alone, we're rolling out, and it's a gift and a curse.
I will go with book it to start the party.
Somebody wants some Pizza Hut.
That is a great choice. Book It, of course, was Pizza Hut's reading program. Where else would you go to read but a Major League Baseball stadium?
Oh, yeah.
So we are looking for the 10 Major League Baseball teams with the highest average attendance as of, I guess, yesterday as we record this, as of August 7th. So the 10 teams with the highest average attendance for this year.
Okay.
Luckett will go first, then Roush, and then back and forth.
Okay, I'll start us off. New York Yankees.
That is correct. Number 2.
They stink, but people still show up for their games. Team that's resurging, Wrigley Field, Chicago Cubs.
Absolutely. Number 9 on this list. So I remember reading an article one time that saying the Cubs' attendance is actually part of their problem, that they don't have to win to get people to show up because the stadium is just an experience in and of itself. Luckett.
Another historic ballpark. Let's go Boston Red Sox.
That is incorrect. Your first strike.
Wow. Oh, man. Good thing I wasn't up next. Dodger Stadium, the L.A. Dodgers. They're pretty good at ball.
Number 1.
What you got, Luckett?
Let's go New York Mets, even though they're having a bad season.
New York Mets is actually correct. Checking in at number 10.
I don't know why this is just – it's in the back of my mind. Maybe it's because it's a scenic stadium, but Coors Field, Colorado Rockies.
That is a popular strike-inducing answer. That is incorrect. Strike number 1 for you.
Let's go.
All squared up to a piece with 1 strike. Luckett.
Texas Rangers, new park. Good team this year.
That's incorrect.
Ooh.
Second strike.
You know what? I guess it doesn't matter if the team's good or not. So St. Louis Cardinals have pretty loyal fans. I'll say Busch Stadium.
That is correct at number 3.
Oh, wow. Baseball town.
All right, you got to be real careful here. You got 2 strikes.
Atlanta Braves.
Absolutely. Number 5 on this list.
Interesting. I'm going to take another town where there's not much going on besides the Brew Crew and the Milwaukee Braves Brewers at another. I believe that's a beer park as well. Miller Park?
I think it's American Life Family now. They've changed the name. They've also given you your second strike. That is incorrect.
See, that's what they get. It's like changing the name of Heinz Field to Acrisure Stadium. Like, come on. Sad. Whew. No pressure, Luckett.
All tied, 3 correct answers apiece, 2 strikes, 4 remaining correct answers.
Angels for Shohei Ohtani.
That is strike 3.
Oh, you're out of there, baby.
All right. So, Roush, you will get a guess here. If you are right, you will take the question. If you are incorrect, you will each get 1 more guess before we call the category a draw.
Ooh, well, we can't do that. But I know they're called the Fanatics for a reason. The Philadelphia Phillies. Final answer.
That is correct. You take the question. At number 6, the ones you did not get. At number 4, for some reason, the Padres. At number 7, the Astros. And number 8, the Blue Jays.
Oh, wow. Who knew they liked baseball in Canada?
Nick, you are in the lead and only one question away for your first Listicuffs win in 8 years of competition. We've only had 3 seasons, but it's still been over 8 years. Luckett, a little bit of pressure. You got to get 2 questions in a row. I've seen it happen a million times. It is very possible. You do get to select our next category once again.
Another one.
Another one.
Another loss. That's what you'll be taking.
This is a college sports question. It refers to things that happen over and over again. So we're looking for the 12 schools with the most combined men's and women's NCAA Division I team titles in history. So Division I, most men's and women's combined, or men's titles, women's titles, add the 2 columns together in Division I history. Team titles, not individual titles. And Luckett, you can go first.
Stanford.
Number 1.
They're number 1, but they're left behind. I'm going to take the gold standard in the Conference of Champions, UCLA.
UCLA, number 2.
USC.
Number 3.
It's funny that the top 3 are all California schools, and they're the most irrelevant on the national sports landscape. I mean, just no, they don't care about sports past the Rocky Mountains, so that amuses me. Where that does mean more is in Gainesville, in the swamp. I'm going to say the Florida Gators.
That is correct. Out at number 10. All tied at 2 apiece. No strikes. Back to Adam Luckett.
Oklahoma.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That is your first strike.
Wow, the softball and the football isn't enough? Man.
Nope.
Shocking. Shocking. What isn't shocking, though, are the nerd sports and the nerd schools, and we're forgetting about the East Coast nerd school. Virginia Cavaliers.
That is your first strike. Roush. Still all tied apiece. Although I do fully accept and appreciate all Virginia slander.
Well, Texas. It's bigger in Texas.
It is. They're number 4. That is correct.
Well, I struck out with one nerd school. This is a nerd school unless you're in African-American studies classes and a part of the basketball or football teams. Let's go the University of North Carolina.
Which campus?
Chapel Hill.
Charlotte.
That is correct. I didn't know if you were talking about, Wilmington
Nashville
or Pembroke. I mean, you got to be specific. All right, still all tied, 3 each, 1 strike apiece. Luckett, you are up.
Nebraska.
Strike 2. That is incorrect.
I feel like things are getting tricky here. I'm gonna go with recency bias, and they were the women's champs this year in basketball. They've done well in baseball. I'm gonna say LSU.
LSU is correct. Number 8. You are in the driver's seat. Nick Roush. Luckett, you got to be real careful. You got 2 strikes. You're down a question. Need to get one right here.
Is he looking down at answers over there? I don't know what's going on.
I got a couple names written down, but
swing. Hey, better. Hey, better.
Michigan.
Swing.
Michigan is correct. Number 12. Sneaking in.
Lock that one in there.
All right, Roush. 4 correct answers left on the board.
Michigan men got you, threw you a lifeline there with all of their claimed national championships from the 1930s that are irrelevant. It's baloney. I'm going
Speaking
to.
of lifelines, this is a reminder that you each have a lifeline to call Ryan Lemon the all-time winningest Listicuffs champion if you would like some assistance.
Whew, that's awfully tempting. It is awfully tempting. And before I do that, I'm going to grab my own personal lifeline. I hate this school more than any other school, but something tells me that that's why I should pick them. They're calling my name, and that's the stupid Rocky Top Singers in Knoxville, Tennessee. I just something about it. It's pulling me in, and I hope it doesn't drown me.
Nothing pleases me more to tell you that you are incorrect, that they are not in the top 12 in titles. Not because I like seeing you get a strike, but because I like Tennessee not winning. All right, we are all square here. 4 correct answers each, 2 strikes.
This is tough. This is getting tough.
Ohio State.
Strike 3.
Jeez.
All right, Roush. Get it right here. You take home the game. Get it wrong, we go to Sudden Life.
Sudden Life. That threw me off ever so slightly. I'm going to pick a program that I know has dominated at least one sport, and that's men's wrestling. The home of the most explosive punting unit in the North American continent, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
We go to Sudden Life.
Oh,
Strike
man.
3.
I'm worried because Luckett had something dawn on him.
You'll each get one more guess, and then we will and then if you're still tied at that point, we'll go to another question. Adam?
Maybe a roll or shot in the dark here, but UConn, just for basketball alone.
Incorrect. Roush, get it right, and you win. Get it wrong, we're picking another question.
That guess has me spooked off of what I was going to go with because they've won a lot in both of those each recently. Oh, man. Wow, this has left me not in a stunned silence, but the big ones are all seemingly off the board. So let's get a little wild. Let's go home. Let's go home. Your University of Kentucky Wildcats.
That is incorrect. You all have tied this category. The ones you did not get at number 5, Penn State.
Oh, I knew there was another Big Ten in there.
At number 6, Adam, you're really close, Oklahoma State.
Oh.
Number 7, I thought this was one of the more gettable ones. They're not your Kansas, Arkansas.
What are they winning?
Track. They're super track.
Oh, wow.
And then number 11, another left behind team, Cal.
Whoa, that's from a long time ago then. I couldn't tell you the last time they won anything, especially with Mark Fox and Devin Askew running the show. Yeah.
All right, since we drew that time, we're going to switch our question picker. Roush, you can select from one of the remaining categories.
That was a tough draw. I felt good about it. But sometimes this brain, it's a gift and a curse, so that's why we're going to roll with that category, Mr. Bramblett.
All right. I think you all are going to be excited about this one. There are 21 correct answers on the board. We are looking for the name of the cover athletes of the EA Sports Madden football franchise from the years 2001 through 2021. So a person who appeared on the cover of Madden during that 21-year span. A lot of correct answers on the board. Roush, you get to go first.
Let's start with an easy soft toss here and go with the GOAT cover athlete, Mike Vick.
That is correct, in 2004.
Best Madden IMO.
The biggest, I guess you'd say, Madden bust / curse of all time, Peyton Hillis.
That is correct, from 2012.
It's so funny that my brain went right to Peyton Hillis too. So I went right there. Man, the sad part too is I feel like I know the old Maddens much better than the new ones. So I'm gonna go with an OG and Eddie George.
Absolutely, 2001, very first one on the board here.
Larry Fitzgerald.
That is correct. 2010. He was on there with Troy Polamalu. We would have accepted either one for that question.
Man, I'm really bad at the newer ones, and I'm second guessing myself. So I'm going to go back to the oldies. Dante Culpepper.
Absolutely, 2002.
Deep cuts. Deep cuts.
Lamar Jackson.
That is correct, 2021. Y'all remember that time he fumbled against Kentucky?
Yeah, it was after he did the Heisman pose.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great. Let's go with human wrecking ball, Adrian Peterson.
That is correct, from 2014. That year, he was on I believe he was on the Next Generation covers. Also, Barry Sanders that same year. We would have accepted either one for 2014.
Man, it's weird that I was thinking Barry Sanders, but I was like, he's old. Why would he be on the cover? But okay, so I'm not going see now.
It was the 25th edition, so they were doing a bit of a throwback.
Nice. Like it?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, correct, 2009. All tied at 4 apiece. If you all go 10 and 10 and there's one left, then we'll push the category with no. If you go 10 and 10 with no strikes, we'll push the category with the one left.
I'm not that confident in our skills, Hank. Don't worry, because things do get a little shaky as they get more recent. But I do remember Sean Alexander, if I'm not mistaken, being on the cover of one of those. Little Forest, Kentucky native
from 2007.
Ha,
Kentuckian.
Another running back, Marshall Faulk.
03.
I'm going to stick with the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure Beast Mode did it as well. Marshawn Lynch.
That is incorrect. That is your first strike.
Lack of defensive players on here. Ray Lewis is going to be my pick. Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis is correct, 2005.
The worst part is that oh man, you got me in my own head now, like trying to think of defensive players, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't think Tom Brady ever agreed to it, but I think Peyton Manning did. So I'm going to say Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is incorrect. That is your second strike. It is possible, I guess, mathematically, that it could have been before this, but not during this time.
No, he was not. Damn.
Yeah.
Another Denver Broncos quarterback, Russell Wilson.
That is your first strike. All right, Roush, you got to be real careful here. You are down and you have 2 strikes. Miss it, Luckett ties things up. Get it right, you're still in the game.
The worst part is I'm pretty sure he was on the cover in 22, but not in 21. And I want to guess that guy, but I don't think he was 20. So I've got to press pause. Oh gosh, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, Hank. Yeah, I saw Madden covers. I thought, oh, easy peasy, breezy, beautiful cover girl, but that's not the case. So I'm just going to roll the dice. Pat Mahomes, even though I think he was 22. Pat Mahomes.
He was 22, and he was also 2020. So that is correct. Still in the game. Luckett?
Oh, man. J.J. Watt.
Strike two. All tied up. Roush?
That was a great guess, Luckett. That was a great guess. I also think the receiver position is a little underrepresented here, and it just came to me. I remember T.O. from the 2K one, but he isn't on here. But Megatron, Calvin Johnson, I can picture the cover now.
You are picturing correctly 2013.
Yes.
Calvin Johnson.
Whew.
All right, Luckett, you got to be real careful here.
Aaron Rodgers.
Nick Roush, you have won your first match of Listicuffs.
Yes.
Congratulations. The ones you did not get in 2006, Donovan McNabb.
Oh,
In
that was in my head earlier. I
2008,
forgot about him.
Vince Young.
Oh, man.
2011, Drew Brees.
Should have got that one.
2015, I think this is what you were thinking of, Roush. Richard Sherman. 2000, what do we got? 16. I think I wrote 17 down twice. Is that Gronk? No, Gronk 17. 16 is OBJ.
Yeah, I knew there was a receiver missing.
18, Tom Brady.
So Brady did make it. See, I should have known.
And 2019, Antonio Brown. Brady and Mahomes were on the 22 cover together.
That's right.
So that could be a little confusing.
Wow, I did
Nick,
it.
congratulations.
People said it couldn't be done, but I don't want to say they were wrong, but you were dead wrong, including Adam Luckett. You were very wrong tonight. Thank you so much for being wrong. You know, blind squirrel has to find a nut every once in a while, and I'm feasting on cashews tonight. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure whooping some ass here on Listicuffs.
Guys, you all are on a bunch of shows. Do you want to plug them really quickly when people can find you all?
Monday and Wednesdays at 5, live at 5 on the KSR YouTube channel. That's how the schedule we're rolling with now. Who knows? It might change during football season. KSR Football Podcast Monday, 11 personnel on Wednesday. We're cooking up something for the YouTube channel on Friday. I've got a morning show and Luckett, KSR Plus, right?
If Roush's internet breaks, do I win by default here? The episode's not over.
Oh, yeah, that would be the kind of Oklahoma shenanigans I would expect from you.
I think you don't.
I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
Book Roush without expecting technical difficulties. It's like working with Ryan. Like it's almost a guarantee.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Hank. Felt good to finally get one in the win column.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Justice Dental, for your support and sponsorship. Thanks to everybody watching. We will see you next time on Listicuffs.